Parking Garage Rally Circuit is an arcade precision driving game about rally racing in repurposed parking structures in landmark locations across the United States. The game is intended to look and feel like a Sega Saturn game from the late 1990s, including the simplified 3D visuals, accessible gameplay, unique setting, and a kickin' ska soundtrack by the Holophonics. Similar to rally racing, racers take turns on the track trying to set the best time. Although most rally races are point-to-point, the relatively confined setting of a parking garage means that each race consists of multiple laps around the garage. There is a single-player campaign to unlock all 3 car classes and all 8 tracks, as well as real-time online multiplayer for up to 8 players. This is very much an arcade-style driving game, not a realistic simulation. The controls are simple: accelerate, brake, steering, and the drift button. Drifting is the key to the game and is quite simple. Start to turn and then press and hold the drift button to slide around a corner. While drifting, the steering can be used to adjust the angle of your drift. Steer into the turn for a sharper corner, counter steer for a shallower one. If you drift long enough, you'll see sparks appear. When you release the drift button, you will get a temporary boost of speed. After the boost ends, your car will return to its normal top speed. However, if you start a new drift before the boost ends, the next boost will stack on the previous one, granting even higher speeds. You can actually chain drifts and boosts indefinitely to keep increasing the top speed of your car, which will last until the boost runs out. Chaining boosts is the key to victory. At the start of the game, players will have access to the light car class with this car, the Tatsugi Zippy. The first available track is the Learning Garage. When the race starts, you will see 3 ghost car opponents. These cars are colored bronze, silver, and gold and represent the time to beat to achieve their respective trophies. Earning the bronze trophy unlocks the next track location. Earning the silver trophy unlocks endurance mode for the current track. Endurance mode is similar to arcade games, with a timer ticking down and time awarded with each checkpoint. Instead of competing for the fastest time, players are trying to see how many laps they can complete before the time runs out. Earning the gold trophy is a big accomplishment and unlocks new rival ghosts that come from the game's global leaderboards. When you race on the track where you've already achieved gold, the game will seamlessly download the ghost data of players just barely in front of you on the leaderboard, providing a fun and challenging, but not too challenging, opponent to chase. As I said, achieving bronze on a track unlocks the next track. There are 8 tracks in the game. Continuing on from the Learning Garage, players will progress to Mount Rushmore, which features a dirt overflow parking lot and falling rocks to avoid. Next up is San Francisco. This is a very vertical track. Note that while drifting, your car has extra downforce, sticking it to the ground. This can be useful to avoid jumping when going up steep ramps. After San Francisco is the Seattle Airport, then New Orleans, Chicago, Minnesota, and I will leave the last track as a surprise. After achieving bronze on the last track, players will unlock the next car class, the Heavy class. The Heavy class is much faster than the Light class. Players will progress through all 8 tracks again, this time with new, harder trophy ghosts, and separate online leaderboards. Finally, after earning bronze or better on all 8 tracks again, players will unlock the final car class, Ultra. Similar to Heavy, Ultra is even faster, and players will play through all 8 tracks one more time with new trophy ghosts and leaderboards. Earning bronze or better on the final track with the Ultra class is considered beating the game, and leads to a special end credits sequence. However, the fun is not over. Racing against leaderboard ghosts gives each car class and track an additional layer of fun. In fact, the leaderboard can be viewed at any time, and players can even manually select one or more ghosts to either spectate, to see how they're achieving their times, or challenge directly. One fun thing to do is select tons of ghosts and race them all at the same time and enjoy racing in a giant stream of cars. Also, if competing against the whole world feels a bit intimidating, the leaderboard can be filtered to only show Steam friends. And the Auto Ghost download feature can also be set to only pull ghosts from Steam friends as well, or disabled altogether. There is also a progress overview screen which shows the players' trophies for each car, class, and track, and also their leaderboard ranking at a glance. Although primarily a single-player game, Parking Garage Rally Circuit does include a simple online multiplayer mode. Players can create or join lobbies of up to 8 players and enjoy non-contact racing. Lobbies can be public, friends only, or invite only, and the lobby host gets to choose all the game settings like which car class, track, lap count, etc. An in-lobby leaderboard accumulates points after each race based on finishing place. The game has tons of visual options to tailor to player preference. You can set the game to 4:3 aspect ratio, locked at 30 frames per second, short Sega Saturn style draw distance, and get the full retro experience. Or you can widen out to 16:9, double the resolution, extend the draw distance, and get a more arcade style experience, and everything in between. Another fun retro-inspired element of the game is cheat codes. In the settings, you can enter alphanumeric codes to gain access to special cars, tracks, and game modifiers, just like the old days. Be aware, most of these codes are not hinted anywhere inside the game. They are intended to be discovered and shared amongst players outside the game. If you find a working cheat code, maybe drop by the Wallaber Discord and share your discovery. Besides English, the game supports many languages including French, Italian, German, Spanish, Dutch, Russian, Brazilian Portuguese, Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. Parking Garage Rally Citcuit is a love letter to arcade driving, Sega Saturn, ska music, and I guess parking garages too. The game is now available on Steam for Windows and Linux.